Alright guys, I'm back with another video. It's cold out here, but I'm trying to move my little coolers around right quick. Move the vehicles around. But I'm just you know, it's the off season or whatnot for car audio, so you know, can be kind of slow. And of course with the ice and snow and all this, real slow. But you know, but my thing, it seems like to me that, especially in the off season, you kind of, you know, almost say the thrill is gone, man. The thrill is gone. And that could be for a few different reasons. Y'all work with me because I'm, like I say, I'm not on camera, but hopefully y'all can hear me. But the reason I say that is because if you think about it, the off season, it get kind of boring, especially when, you know, you can find a million things to do with a system. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You can find a million things to do with a car audio system. And a bunch of it, to tell you the truth, don't need to be done sometimes. Because we find ourselves in a loop where we consistently doing stuff. We consistently do stuff that we don't have to be doing. It's just a mind thing. You know, I mean, it's good if you sell car audio. But other than that, it's kind of like a money pit over and over. And to tell you the truth, it's kind of one of them things where y'all gotta excuse my breathing, man. Trying to go over, slipping and sliding, almost falling, trying to catch myself and all that. But anyway, and it's cold. But trying to get myself together. But you'll be trying to, you know, continue to do stuff, but it's one of them situations where when you put your system together, like for example, when we first started out, when we first got our first set of subs, we got some, we had some Wolfram. Then I think they were getting ready to go out of business at the time, and we got rid of those. So we ended up selling those. And then we went to nightshades. At the time, those were the top of the line that Sundown had. And, you know, that's what we went with. That was the top of the line. So, you know, that was good. And, you know, it's kind of like once you go to the top of the line of a certain brand or whatever you're doing, you know, it's kind of like what else do you have to work towards? It's not like I run the lanes or nothing like that. So it's kind of like, okay, I hit the top of the line sub, because that's usually what I try to do. You know, if I'm gonna do something, I might go ahead and try to get like the top of the line at least one time to see, you know, what it's about, you know, whatnot. It was good, but then I got away from that. I went to the XV3s and I hit the Sundown U's. Now I got the E series, and it's kind of like this is something you don't really think about when you're putting together a big build, but some people still do it. If you put together a big build, well, I had a no wall at first, so then I put a wall up, so I was kind of at a wall off the probably second or third enclosure. But the first enclosure I had, it was good, but you know, I swapped from two 18s to one to, was it 18s? Yeah, they were 18s Wolframs. Then I went to two, I had a wall after that, to two 18s in the wall, on the nightshades. And once you know, it's kind of like once you already up there a little bit as far as certain things, you don't really have much to work towards. So then so fast forward, I'm at the E series, the lower end Sundown, the lowest they go. But I got 24 of them. So it's kind of like once you put together a nice ass build, you know, you almost got to be wondering what you're working towards, you know, because, you know, I mean, don't nobody ever talk about the transporting the vehicle to the shows, you know, because I know a lot of people ask the guys with the even big builds, real big builds. Mine is like a lower end, I guess, bigger build, because it's got so many subwoofers. I guess it'd be considered a big build, but you got guys with steel cage and all this stuff in there, and a whole lot more than what I got going on as far as material wise, you know, subs real heavy, maybe 80 pounds a piece, and you know, a lot more going on, like steel frame extreme and all that. You got to have a way to transport this stuff and not just driving. Of course, you probably could, but to me, that's just not the best thing to do when you're going down through these mountains and stuff like that. So, you know, don't nobody really talk about much of that, you know, and that stuff get expensive traveling to the shows, and I know they paying a whole lot too when they got to put it on the trailer, and then they got to get diesel, and even if they don't get diesel, they still got to spend a good little amount on gas, and they got to go through these mountains. That's burning more gas going uphill. So I know it's expensive. You know, and the shows are probably at least 5 hours away most of the time. I know it is for me. And I know some of the guys are coming from a whole lot further than that, depending on where they are located or whatnot. But to me, it costs quite a bit of money to do that. You know, to transport it, which I didn't want to drive mine. I'm not, you know, I have drove about 3 hours, but I haven't drove further than that as far as with the 24 subs, because I drive this vehicle and that one. Because if something happens, I need to be able to keep it going. Not only that way, because it only got 2 seats in there, I need to be able to move stuff around and take other things, tents and stuff, so I had to bring this. Now, my only way of fixing that issue is to buy a pickup truck, and I got to weigh out the pros and cons. Is it worth me buying a pickup truck just to haul a base vehicle? You know, that's why I said, you know, since like the thrill is gone once you done put it together and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, okay, then what I'm going to do next? Then you'll kind of get bored. And once you get bored, you know, you go from there. So, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know what else to do. Of course, you could come up with some stuff to do. You know, you could come up with some stuff to do, and by the time you do that, then you got some more money. Like right now, you got a lot of money tied up into stuff that you're not even using at the time. So it's just a money pit, keep going. But I guess my thing is this: when you get ready to put something big together, make sure you know how you're going to get it there. I didn't really think about that, really. But, of course, I could get it there either way. You know, I just trying to weigh out, is it worth buying a vehicle just to haul it to the show? And, you know, like I said, car audio doesn't last all year. I mean, it does, but the season where they have a lot of big shows isn't all year. You know, like, I don't know. I'm going to say November's the last show for a long time. But even then, I'm still driving 13 hours or so to get to that one. But yeah, man, you know, sometimes the thrill can be gone, you know. And I think I done hit that bump. Like I say, I still got I got more equipment to finish another build. So, you know, of course I ain't gonna be completely out of it. But the thrill can't be gone, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially in the down season, man, it's kind of a slump. And like I said, I don't want to drag this video out. But I don't know if y'all be feeling the same way. Because I see a lot of people selling their builds. And some are rebuilding new builds, and sometimes people are just getting out of it. Because some people say it's a drama. I don't really let the drama bother me as far as all the stuff that everybody else is doing. I guess, you know, that's only online, because it's not like they do it at the show. So I don't let that bother me. But they don't do that stuff at the show. They only do it online. And you know, it's kind of like some high school stuff most of the time. I don't even get online as much as I used to. Of course, I post my videos and photos and stuff like that of different builds. That's about all. I try to answer any messages that anybody's seeing. Other than that, man, it you know, it's always gonna be something going on in car audio that probably ain't got nothing to do with me. And it may be some stuff I know about, but it ain't my job to speak on it. And I just sit back and look at it, man. I don't go back and forth doing all that, and kind of get old. You know, when you see that all the time, it just kind of get old. Then, you know, you got to wait all year to I guess the first show would be, I don't know. It's a few of them coming up in February, so of course we'll see what we got planned out for that. But, yeah, man, the thrill is gone, man. The thrill is gone. And I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but definitely to me, you know, after so long, that just what it does, man. And like I said, I still got the baskets I want to do. I still ain't got all the motors to do those, but, you know, I got to get those powder coated or painted. But I need to find the motors first, so I ain't going to go no further. I already got a lot of accessories to match the basket. The baskets, I got almost all the accessories. All I have to order now is the wire and stuff like that. But that's a different build. I probably won't even put it in that black truck. If I may sell that black truck and then put these other baskets and subs I put together on, you know, and everything else in another vehicle, or I might just keep it. I'm not really for sure, but I don't know. You know, you got to do something to keep yourself going, and you almost need a project. But one of my main things with projects, I tend to get them done within a week. So once the week is over with, it's not nothing I can drag out 2 or 3 months or 2 or 3 weeks, because if I'm dragging out 2 or 3 weeks, that's because I'm waiting on something. But most of the time I'm not waiting on anything, so you know, me dragging it out just be prolonged for no reason. You know, I like to get the job done. If I'm gonna build it, I want to go ahead and build it, get it over with, so I can go on and do something different. Which that's not great for the channel, because at that point I'm almost putting everything in 1 or 2 videos, or just maybe about 3 or 4 videos, and that's it. You know, I don't like dragging nothing out, but I do have to put another battery bank together for the system, so we're gonna do that on the channel too. So I wanted to go with the JP Team 15Ks, but I don't even know if I got enough space for that once I thought about it. But we're gonna see. But we got the 93s for right now, so we're gonna roll with that. And I'm still want to try 1 amp on the whole system, but I want to try I need to find an amp that I can wire real low without it having issues. I don't know if these will have issues, but that's, you know, that's just what I've been here going on, man. And like I said, y'all can see it snow. If y'all don't know, if y'all can see how bright it is out there. If you're anywhere in the South, you know it snow probably in the majority of Tennessee and everywhere else that's close by. So it's been like this for about almost over a week. So yeah, so what I'm getting ready to do here is get ready to move these coolers out, and I'm trying to move stuff out of these vehicles, and we're gonna do some more videos, man. Y'all be sure to subscribe, use the link down below, support the channel, and use discount codes on cardioconnect.com. And we're gonna do this again, man. And it's cold out here, and we're gonna get in. So I'm gonna see y'all back on the next one.